Hi, everybody. We're back here at day two of the Métis Nation Saskatchewan Legislative Assembly. And with me today, I have Elder Neville.
Leonard E. Neville.
And Leonard, where did you grow up?
I grew up in North Battleford area. I was born in North Battleford. I was raised mainly on a dairy farm north of North Battleford. And after, at the age of 19, I followed in my dad's footsteps and joined the armed forces.
Okay, nice. And so you're married to one of our Métis Nation Saskatchewan elders, Leon?
Yes, I am.
How long have you and Leon been married?
We were married in 2000. We've been together since 1996, August of 96.
Nice. And where did you meet?
We met in North Battleford, coffee at the restaurant on the hill. We used to be Voyager, and it's now Humpty's.
Oh, okay. Nice. And so we've gotten to know each other over the past couple of years, Leonard. And so you told me a little bit about your time in the service. Can you tell me, as a young man, what was your time like in the service?
It was really good. I enjoyed it. I learned quite a bit. I would say it is a very good experience. I've seen a lot of different country, because in the force you travel around quite a bit. I've been overseas twice. I was on exercise in Norway, a winter exercise. I did a 6-month tour in Cyprus as United Nations Peacekeeping. And that was an experience, and it was nice.
Can you share with me a little bit about that experience?
It was good. It was in the winter months, so it wasn't too cold, except at night. Sometimes if you had a bit of a wind, being very humid there, it was cold. It was actually worse than 60 below here, because here you can dress for it. Over that humidity you can't dress for. It just seems it goes through everything.
Oh,
It
really?
just seems as if it goes right through the bone, eh? But other than that, it was good. I did some scuba diving while I was over there, which was nice, in the Mediterranean Sea, and different things. I enjoyed it.
Were you trained as a scuba diver?
No, don't. We were over there and we had the chance. We could. We took a little bit of training in the pool and stuff, and then we just went out and we dived with one of the Greek Cypriots.
Oh, nice.
So it was really nice. It was an interesting. I dove down to about 150 feet.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, and if you really look close, look up and look close, you could spot the bottom of the boat. People on the deck of the boat could watch a diver with the tank, the yellow tank, down to about 80 feet.
Wow.
Then they'd lose sight of the diver. But looking up, you could see, with the sunlight and that, you could spot the bottom of the boat. That's how clear the Mediterranean Sea is.
That's incredible. So, what does it feel like to be down that far when you're down there?
It's not too bad. A little bit of pressure. You feel a little bit more pressure. 'Cause there's a fair amount of pressure the deeper you go, eh? But no, it was nice. I really enjoyed it.
Nice. Okay. So, where else did your time in the armed forces take you?
Oh, all over. I was like I said earlier, I was in Norway. When I first joined, my basic training I took in Cornwallis, Nova Scotia. From there, I went to Borden, Ontario for the next set of training. And then from there, I went to Victoria, with the First Queen's Own Rifles of Canada.
Can you tell me about that?
That was all right. I didn't mind. Victoria, I wasn't overly thrilled because a lot of time it was kind of misty, eh? And I'm not used to that being in the prairies. But no, it was a nice experience there too. And then when the Queen's Own Rifles disbanded, like they disbanded the regiment. Actually, they disbanded all the oldest regiments in Canada, like the Queen's Own Guards and different ones. They Black Watch, all the oldest regiments they disbanded.
Oh, okay.
So, but when they disbanded the Queen's Own, we became the third PPCLI, which is the Princess Patricia's Canadian Light Infantry. And I was there, and then from there I transferred to Winnipeg. In Victoria, I traveled around different places too on training and exercises and stuff. Wainwright and that. I transferred to Winnipeg, and that was the second PPCLI. And I was there till I was discharged in 74. From there, I was in Beausejour, Churchill, different places.
And what was the highest rank you would have attained in the armed forces?
I was qualified to master corporal or corporal working on my master corporal, but I never got my corporal stripes because I didn't sign on indefinite. I'd signed for 5 years, and I did the 5 years, and then I was trying to get into a different trade and that, but I didn't know at the time that I couldn't get that unless I signed on indefinite. And I just wasn't interested in digging holes and filling them in for nothing for the rest of my life. So
Oh, okay.
I did not sign on indefinite, which is, partially my fault, I guess. I didn't really know. But no, I don't really regret it. Sometimes kind of wonder what would it have been if I'd have stayed in. But no, it was all right.
Okay. And what are some of the, can you share with me, what are some of the morals and the ethics that are taught to you in the military service?
Respect, learn to take orders, follow orders, you know, you, learn how to take orders and behave and stuff. Like your morals, mainly, basically.
And some of these things that you were trained, do you still carry those with you today?
A lot of my training was on weapons and stuff, eh? Like your different machine guns and 105 recoils and stuff like that. I don't really have a need for that, right now, but it's still there. I still have some recollection of it.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Getting older, your memory kind of fades a bit, eh?
Yeah, I'm heading there myself, so I know what you're talking about. Okay, so tell me a little bit about your time as a young man in Cyprus.
Okay, in Cyprus, it was basically just peacekeeping. There was no real uh, up flares or anything at the time I was over. So it was fairly peaceful. It was quite peaceful. Uh, Other than that, you know, just you know, different things you do. Other than that, that's about all I can
Okay.
can
And
say. I don't know.
as a peacekeeper, what would be your day-to-day duties and roles?
Uh, we were on what they call a green line, which is basically a line that divides the Turkish and the Greek Cypriots. And we're along that line to make sure that nobody's fighting against the other side. So it's just basically, for the most part, just watching to make sure that people aren't starting to, getting ready to shoot at somebody or whatever. We'd have to step in. We did have live ammunition. So, yeah.
Okay. And so it, you told me yesterday that you're going back to Cyprus.
Yes, I am. We, when we were at Batosh this last summer here, back to Batosh days, I was approached by a member from Veteran Affairs, and he asked me if I'd heard about the 60th reunion anniversary of United Nations in Cyprus, peacekeeping. And I said I hadn't heard anything of it. And he says, "Well, would you be interested?" I said, "Well, yeah, I'd probably be interested in when it would be and all this." So then he said, "Well, we'll let you know. It'd be in sometime in November." And we finally got the confirmation here. Oh, I suppose about a month ago. And it was only about 2-3 weeks ago we had the definite go. And yeah, we fly out of Saskatchewan on the 5th of November. We fly to Toronto, and that's where we'll meet with the rest of the delegate going over. And on the 6th of November, we will leave Toronto. We fly to Montreal. Then we fly from there to Frankfurt, Germany, and then to Cyprus.
Nice. Share with me what you were feeling when you found out you were going to go to Cyprus, back to Cyprus.
It was nice. It'd be nice to see what it's like over there after 50 some years. And it'll be a very good experience for my wife, who has never been overseas. So, yeah.
And what are you looking forward to the most about your trip back there?
Like I was saying, see how what it's like over there after 50 years, and possibly meet up with some of the others that I was served with over there, and whatever, and just I don't know. It's just nice to just see it again, an experience. Yeah.
Do you know any of the other delegates that are going with you?
The only one that I know is Joel out of Vancouver. But other than that, I'm not sure. I don't have any knowledge on what's everything that's going on or whatever. I know I will be part of the Remembrance Day celebration, which I imagine will be a big deal, and I'm looking forward to that because I will also be representing my dad.
Can you share with me who your father was? And
my dad is William Bartley Neville. He served in Second World War. He lost one brother in the war. He was a wireless gunner, and his plane was shot down in England. And he has another brother that came. He was in the Fort Garry Horse, the artillery division. He came back. He passed away at about the age of 54. And Dad was with the Air Force, and he passed away 3 years ago now.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's nice to remember.
Yep, absolutely. I too lost my father not long ago, so I feel for you, and I know the feelings that you're feeling right now. I do dearly miss my father as well, and um, so you've been to some of our Métis Nation assemblies now. What are your thoughts on the assembly and how things work?
Uh, there's a lot of good, but there's some that's where you have people that are delaying things over, immaterial reasons. With stuff that doesn't really pertain to what they're here for. But other than that, yeah, it's good.
Good. Okay. Just before we close, Leonard, I ask this of pretty much everybody that I come into contact with and interview and talk with. If you had some words of advice for the next generation, what would those words of advice be?
The best thing I could say is respect. Respect your elders. Respect people, property, everything. Nowadays there's seems to be no respect for anything. And in a lot of cases, they don't seem to have any respect for themselves, which is really bad. Where did it get? Where did it go wrong? Like, it's so much easier to respect somebody. Like the simple concept: treat people as you would have them treat you. And then most people can't comprehend that because it's too simple.
Mm-hmm.
It seems that everything has to be complicated and confusing and stuff, eh? So yeah, just treat people as you'd have them treat you.
Mm-hmm.
Have respect for everything.
Okay, Leonard, you've brought some pictures with you. Can you tell me about those, please?
Okay, these are two pictures. One is of a banner of myself, and the other is a picture with me standing under the banner.
And what is the banner of?
It's a remembrance banner for veterans who have served, and it was purchased and put up there by our kids.
And who's on those banners?
All veterans, any veteran that has served world wars and whatever.
On this specific banner that you're standing under, who's on that banner?
I'm on one, and I'm not exactly sure who's on the other one. I can't read
It's
the name.
Eli Dan Note. That's okay.
Yeah.
What did being on that banner mean to you?
Respect. Basically, respect from our kids.
Nice. We're good.
And that was a great feeling.
Good. And you're getting emotional, and that's okay to be emotional because it just shows that you're human. And, we all have emotions, and it's okay to be who you are, because that's a big, I'd like to thank you for your service and for everything you've done for us to be here today. So thank you, Leonard, for joining me here today.
Thank you.